All right, welcome back to this final section for the Appmint Web Page Editor. And in this final section, we are going to be finalizing and publishing the web page that we have been working on since. So the purpose of this particular section is to guide learners, that is you, through the final steps of reviewing, testing, and publishing your final generated web pages, whether you are building from scratch or you are using the core template component within your web page editor. So this final section is to guide you through on finalizing and publishing the web page, and we are also going to be going through some checklists for publishing your web page. So one of the checklists that we're going to go through is that we are going to check if all the sections contain relevant and correctly formatted content. So we are going to start first with that for our checklist when it comes to publishing your web page. So now I'm going to go to site. So when I get to site, I'm going to navigate to the website that I want to use. So in this case, let's say I want to use the portfolio demo website. When I click on the view dashboard, so I'm going to be taken to this dashboard where I have my page. So and I'm going to click on this, which is the home page, to take me to the web page editor for that particular website. And also, if I want to see my website, so I can simply click on this and click on this and then click view public site, so as to see how my website actually looks like in the web sense. So this is still presently loading. So now this is the website. This is the final website that I was working on, Mac Products and Web Designer, and this is from the header, body content, and the footer. So the final checklist, the first checklist that we're going to go through is now I'm in my editor for that home page. So the first one we are going to check is we are going to check if all the sections contain relevant and correctly formatted content. So that when it comes to relevant, it means you already include the title and the description in your content. And formatted implies where you are meant to use an heading, are you using a paragraph, and where you are meant to use a navigation, are you using correct format there. So here I already have the heading, which is fine as it is, and if you check other parts, I'm also using everything as it's meant to be. So this if I want to change this, so let's say I want to change this to small letter instead of all of them being all caps lock, so I can do that as well. If I prefer leaving it as it is all in caps lock, so I'm going to also check the other part as well. So maybe this one is meant to be with development instead of with design, so I can change that to with development, or maybe it's meant to be development, so let me just put development. So I'm going to check if all the sections have the correct format and the correct content. Then the next checklist that we are going to check is if the page is actually responsive on mobile, tablet, and desktop. So for us to be able to check that, so all you have to do is to click on this icon that is there. So this is for desktop, that is you want to see how it actually looks like, and based on what we are seeing on the screen right now, the website is actually responsive on desktop. Then when you're done with desktop, you click on the mobile as well to see if it's actually responsive on mobile. So when you scroll from the top to the end, so this is the header, and this you can see that everything is also responsive as well on mobile and desktop. So then the next checklist that we are going to check is for the SEO feeds, if we are using correct SEO feeds for the website that we are building, that is if you are using the correct title, description, and alt text, just like I've done in the previous section of this particular module where I added an alternative text to an image. So for instance, this particular image is an image of the designer. So and you click on find an item and you check if you are using the alt text. So you can say Mac Products Designer. So here I'm adding the alternative text to it, and when I'm done with it, I'm going to click on save. And after clicking save, say data updated. So that's one. Then the next checklist we are going to check is the page, if the page is tested for loading speed and performance. So previously we've also taken a look at how to check if our website, the performance when it comes to speed and other optimization aspects of our website. So I mentioned the tools that you can use to check, but these 5 are actually quite important, which is one, Check all your sections for relevant and correctly formatted content. 2. Check that the page is responsive mobile, tablet, and for desktop devices. Then 3. Ensure that the SEO fits, just like the title, description, and alt text are fitting. Then 4. The page is tested for loading speed and performance. So when we are done on all of that, the next step you are going to do is to click the preview so as to see how the website looks like. So you can click on this icon here to preview your website and see how it actually looks like. So this is how our website looks like. So any changes that you make, you can see this one is no longer Swiggy redesign. Now it's development in case of the design that was there before. So you check and confirm if everything is fine as it is. So if there is something that is missing here, you can also go back to the editor and you make the changes. So after you make a final review of your work, just like we could click the preview here, then the next step that you're going to do is to click on publish so that all these changes can actually be made live. For instance, if you should check the live home page, which is the live website, you see that it's presently on redesign. So when you click on publish, that's when all the changes will now be on your website. So you can then refresh and you should be able to see the new. So now you can see that now I'm no longer having redesign, I'm having development. So that's how to finalize and publish your web page. So, and feel free to share the link of your website you can find at the tab here to your friends, your colleagues, and even social media, anywhere that you want to share it to. So now the activity for you is, as a learner, to go to the final checklist that was mentioned and publish your generated web page, so that you can be sure that you know how to finalize and publish your web page. So I'm going to be doing a recap and key takeaway. So the first recap that we're going to talk about is the web page editor, which is the Appmint Web Page Editor that allows you to build an entire web page, either using pre-built blocks and templates or building from scratch. Then the second key takeaway that you are going to take from this module is that Appmint assisted tools help you with layout improvement for your website, content enhancement, styling refinements, that is, you can refine your style, whether you want your text to be bigger, you want to change the color, add background style to it, and all of those things. Then the third one is that you have built-in SEO tools with Appmint, such as the alt text and other optimization techniques that enables your page to load quickly and rank well on search engines. Just like if you add the alternative text to this image, it's going to increase your chances of showing on a search engine. Then finally, web pages can be fine-tuned for responsiveness across multiple devices before publishing. Just like you can switch between mobile and desktop from here to see how your website will look like on different devices. So in conclusion, this module provides a hands-on approach to using Appmint Web Page Editor for building to optimizing and publishing your website. I hope you enjoyed this module. So if you enjoyed this module, feel free to explore the incoming module as well, where we are going to dive deeper into the other component of Appmint. See you in the next module.